God damn. Yo, might have low-key forgotten about this channel, but these nuts ain't on chin, so whatever. So today we're talking about Darling in the Franxx.
Darling in the Franxx.
Franxx.
Darling in the Franxx.
Darling in the What the Fuck Happened After Episode 15. Basically, it was just like a show about little kids controlling goddamn big robots while hitting it from the back. It introduces the main character, Hero. I only remember his name because of Big Hero 6. And he basically meets 02 at this weird lake, and she's butt-ass naked, so like I would have been confused as fuck too. It turns out though this is just like a little exposition, and she already knows who he is, which was kind of confusing. But I was hooked, you know what I mean? I was like, all right, this is getting pretty good, you know. They got like robots and shit. The bitches all bent over, you know what I mean? Like, who doesn't want to see this shit, you know what I mean? But then it shows how like the main character is like so bad at controlling these fucking robots that they had him try like a fucking using a goddamn handicap robot, a little goddamn forklift looking ass thing that just runs on 2 legs. And I guess he was just so bad that his partner just didn't fuck with him anymore. She was like, all right, deuces. And it turns out that the main enemy of the whole damn story are like these mole rats that come out of the goddamn ground and attack these fucking they're not even fucking cities, they're like oases is in the middle of nowhere. And then they have underground cities, I think, which honestly doesn't make too much fucking sense now that I say it out loud. And then while everybody's getting attacked, 02 comes out of nowhere controlling a whole goddamn Zord all by her fucking self. Obviously you can tell she's goddamn dying while doing it. So then she's like, hey nigga, hey yo Hero, you want some pussy? And he was like, shit. And then they kissed. And then they were just controlling that bitch, like, you know, flawlessly. So it turns out he was like just a perfect match for her. And that was kind of where Hero and 02's relationship started. And that's when you really found out that 02 is just one crazy bitch. And then so on happens. It turns out there's another girl that has a crush on Hero. Fuck that bitch. I don't even want to talk about her. And they started doing partner shuffles. And this is when some of the characters started really getting on my fucking nerves, bro. When that stupid blonde bitch left my fat nigga, bro. Oh my god, bro. I was so mad. He straight up said it to her face. He's like, yeah, we're not gonna do that partner shuffle, right? Like, you know, you fuck with me, I fuck with you. She was like, yeah, of course. Lies to that nigga face, cuts some other nigga's hair, and just fucks him, bro. Like, what? Yeah, so fuck that bitch. And then some other stuff happens in the story, blah blah blah. Eventually you get to like episode 14, 15, somewhere around there. I don't really remember much. It's been like 3 years since I've seen this shit. I'm just going off of memory, low-key. And basically 02 ends up going fucking berserk, and Hero's like the only one that can control her. And then they have this whole moment where he like sees her, and they like regain memories, or at least he does. And it turns out that, you know, he had met her when they were way younger, and she had fallen in love with him, which is why she kept calling that nigga Darling, because something about a story that he had told her. And it was like such a beautiful moment, you know what I mean? It was like they finally connected. Their Zords from Power Rangers went fucking sicko mode, and it was just beautiful, you know what I mean? And they united. That one bitch that was with Hero finally, you know, understood that she just wasn't the best girl of the fucking show. Everybody was like understanding of each other's feelings, and it was such like a beautiful ending. But nope. The writers of the show weren't done yet, bro. These guys were like, how can we take this beautiful 15 fucking episodes of hard work and just bomb-ass character development and fuck it up to the goddamn brim? They decided to give that stupid cheating bitch a goddamn baby. So I was like, all right, whatever. Then they decided to get married, and I was like, okay, whatever. Fuck that bitch. And the government finds out they're doing that shit, so they were like, you know what? These niggas can't get married. So they raid their fucking wedding. Start blasting niggas, bro. Take them. Wipe their goddamn memories and give them some fucking weird ass tics. So even if they start thinking about each other, they have like the worst head pains in the world. And like, what the fuck they getting married for, bro? Like, and eventually they find out that they just be wiping niggas' memories sometimes. And they were like, you know what, bro? Fuck them. Fuck this government. So they start rebelling, and I'm like, hell yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. But as soon as they start rebelling and start winning and turning the tides, it turns out the goddamn government, the fucking leaders, I think it was like some triangle head, fucking Peridot Steven Universe head ass niggas, they start fucking turning into aliens, because they were originally not even from Earth. They turn into aliens, start shooting lasers and shit, blast off into fucking space. And these niggas start fighting in space, bro. I'm like, what? So I was like, okay, you know, they're fighting in space. It's whatever. You know, these kids have fucking, they control big ass robots. I guess it kind of makes sense. And then 02 decides to go fight the goddamn aliens on her own at first, I think, and she turned into a fucking vegetable. Then she turned into stone, and then Hero went up there with her, fused with her again, and I was like, okay, so then Zero Two's body just dies, and I'm like, okay, just wiped out one of the fucking main characters and turned her into a goddamn robot. I was like, whatever. And just when you were wondering how they were gonna turn this shit around and, you know, bring Zero Two back home and bring Hero back home after the final fight, they fucking die. Like, they die during the final fight. Everybody on Earth starts fucking prospering, having kids, building up a whole new civilization. And I'm just here like, what the fuck happened to Zero Two and Hero? These guys are just dying in space. Yeah, and then everybody's just prospering on Earth. They have a happy life and they fucking die. And the main characters, I'm just like, are dead, bro. Like, they died way fucking before these guys even did anything. I'm like, what? Like, they're just dead. The show's like, that's it. And then at the last episode, the last final fucking seconds, I guess Zero Two and Hero come back reincarnated, and then that was it. That's the end of the show. It went from a beautiful fucking relationship building up from Hero and Zero Two's, you know, past, about how fucked up the government was and how fucked up they treated her and how he wanted to change that for her, and how she saw him as his light, and how they built up a beautiful connection that like literally to the point where only they could fuse and control that fucking, what was it called? Fucking some stupid shit. And it just turns into space fighting fucking aliens. And I'm just getting a goddamn headache over it. But anyways, that's my thoughts on that. I appreciate all the support on the last video. My bad, I forgot about y'all. No kizzy, no cap. But deuces though. Mwah.
Told him don't stop, put the money in the bag. Got a lot of issues, but I don't like to brag. If that boy tests me, I'ma stretch him like a rag. Purple hit the spleen, now I'm really about to lag.